Hello guys, how's it going everyone? It's Jack Felix here, and today I just want to make a quick video regards to Succession Wizard nerfs and what I think they should be if they were ever to hit live servers. And this is mainly coming from myself, as well as I have asked for advice from other wizards in the BDO community as well. So I just want to quickly talk about comparing Awakening Wizard and Succession Wizard. So, in my opinion, generally, when you look at Awakening Wizard, they're like a more melee class than a range class. And they're generally like a little bit slower and more tanky, right? But then you look at Succession Wizard, and its kind of motto or its character is it's a lot faster than Awakening Wizard. It has a lot more mobility, and it has stronger range proc, but its close-up SA trading potential isn't as long or as strong as Awakening Wizard. So that's generally what I think when I compare Succession to Awakening, and I think in general we should keep those two kind of views similar. So Succession is fast, a lot of range damage, but they need to be in and out. If they stay in there too long, they'll just get blown up, right? Whereas Awakening Wizard can be in the fight longer, in close-up quarters longer, but they trade that for less range poke and slower skill animations. Alright, now we go into what I think the first thing that needs to be looked at for Succession Wizard. Now, if you look at some of their skills like Fireball Explosion, which has 100% crit rate, and then you have Prime Lightning High Voltage, 100% crit rate, and then you look at Residual Lightning Combo, which is 100% crit rate as well. So, and then you also look at Frigid which is 50% crit rate. Now, I think looking at readjusting some of these crit rates would make a noticeable damage difference without completely destroying the class. In my opinion, I'm looking at these nerfs more at a large scale perspective without having to completely destroy Succession Wizards' 1v1 potential or their grinding potential. And also I'm looking at the overall general population, not just the top 0.1% of players that play Succession Wizard and the most geared players, right? So usually Wizard Witches have the largest population across the servers, across the classes in the server, and there's a wide range of players, and endgame Node War and Siege players make up a very, very tiny fraction of that. So when we're looking at these nerfs, we need to be looking at the overall kind of population of Succession Wizard. So I would say, you know, for some of the skills like High Voltage and Residual Combo, maybe reduce the crit rate from 100% down to 50% or 100% down to like 60%, right? Maybe you could keep a certain crit rate for PvE while reducing it for PvP as well. Alright, the next point I want to talk about was media. So a lot of people complain about media, especially the aerial version. So if you compare the absolute media and the aerial Succession media, you can see the damage is pretty much roughly the same. They roughly have the same modifiers, right? And they kind of have the same. So at the start it's front on guard, when it's coming down super armor, stiffness at the start, and then knockdown when it lands, right? So they're pretty much the same. But I think, so what makes the Succession media a lot stronger is that you're able to insta-cast it after casting another skill. So maybe we can look at just making it so that the Succession media always has the cast bar, no matter how you do it, right? So this is the same with High Voltage. The reason I have High Voltage locked in on cast bar, on a hotbar, is because the skill, you can't cancel the skill like other skills. They always have animation cast time at the start, yeah? So maybe we can do the same with the aerial media, where we'll make it so that you always have a cast by animation so people can react to it a lot easier and less people get knocked down from the skill. The other thing I want to quickly talk about is what gives a lot of mobility, protected mobility for Succession Wizard is the Earth's Response, right? So this is a protected super armor skill on a 3-second cooldown. Now I personally think this should probably be like 5 seconds. Like 3 seconds is really short, and you go a fair distance with this skill. Like not a teleport distance, but you can, it's probably like a third of teleport distance, but it's very noticeable. It's a very short cooldown, and you can use, so you can do like Earth Response into Meteor, and that can catch a lot of people off guard, right? So the other point I had was, not also for the Succession Wizard, maybe we can also look at, potentially giving it some better BSR skills, because I know no one really ever uses the Lightning BSR skill, the 100% Lightning BSR skill. It's really slow. It does one hit at a time, and yeah, it's just not a really good skill. So I feel like they can give Succession Wizard a better BSR skill, outside of just the 200%, which isn't even that good anyways. But yeah, I feel like, that could be a potential rework they can do in the future. Because at the moment, there's no reason to not consume your rage. Because it's just better than casting 100%. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go through today. I was just kind of getting a little bit tired of people who've never played Wizard or never really looked at the class that much talking about how it should be nerfed or how it should be changed without really understanding how the class actually works, right? And when they're talking about these nerfs, they're looking at the top 0.01% population of Wizards. You're talking about people like me with 305 AP and almost 383 DP. Like, this is probably the top 0.001% population for Succession Wizard. And people see me do things, that might seem broken sometimes, but I can tell you that that is not the general case for most of the community who plays Succession Wizard. So my goal in this video is to give you guys an opinion on how to nerf Succession Wizard without completely breaking just destroying the class. And it wouldn't really solve anything. I think people might just go on to Suck Witch or like Awakening Wizard or Awakening Witch. It would just be the same thing at the end of the day. Like, you still have the PAs, still have the slows, you still have all the heals and the absurd damage and stuff. It still be there, right? And so my overall, so I'll just summarize myself again, what I said in the video. So basically, point 1 is look at the crit modifiers or the crit rates for some of the range skills and for Trafog, and maybe look at readjusting those crit rates. Second thing is maybe make Meteor always have a cast bar animation, no matter if you're using key combination or if you're casting it from hotbar. And the third one is look at increasing the cooldown of the Earth Response skills in Succession Wizard. And the last point I had was maybe relook at the Succession Wizard's 100% BSR skill, because it's not really viable to be used in any situation. It's always almost better to consume. It is better, 100% better to consume the BSR than use that. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something useful. If you have any feedback, leave them in the comments down below. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.